I'm going to give you all some time to study for your review. Last class we discussed two types of justice in this information. The discussion was on restorative justice and the perspective of restorative justice. So once we finish this discussion here, we'll move on to jail. Unfortunately, we don't have a lot of time. I wish we had more. So these slides here about jail, you can find on your Canvas. Now, that chapter on jail, you can review it. But you don't need to study the entire chapter. Now, the idea is, how do we change the justice system? What is the point of restorative justice? The focus is on the victim. The focus is, how do we reintegrate people who have been hurt, and how do we punish the victims and not the victims, excuse me, how do we punish the lawbreakers? And this chapter is actually covered in clear in your textbook. It's a part of a review. And that's your huge focus right here. You can either agree or disagree. It's your own personal opinion, which is fine. But with the justice system, the main point and focus is on reintegration. And how does that benefit us? When we discuss restorative justice, is it good? Do we support it? The idea is, does restorative justice actually work? Is it successful, and does it benefit all of us in the community? The idea is that you'll all benefit from this. The hope is that the victim will feel a shift of balance and better. And the hope is that we will bring the victim and the perpetrator together to mediate and discuss what happened. The victim can express how they're feeling, how the perpetrator affected them. The perpetrator can discuss how they feel guilty. And the point is to solve the pain that has hurt the victim. So that offender, or the person who broke the law, is being punished. Now the hope is that they will fix that problem and can be a better use of service to the community around them. Like, for example, if it's a spray painted wall, they can be put to use for community service, cleaning that wall. So the restorative justice can also be linked to that labeling theory that we discussed previously. So they're both very similar, restorative justice and labeling theory. And how it affects society as a whole. Many people don't support that. The main idea is that they'll defer from threat or danger to society. And if by being punished, that will help them later on to be able to cohabitate with society, and if it can work in general. Society supports that idea that people can be reintegrated and work together in the same community. And politicians also support that idea. So conservatives and liberals both have their own opinions. The conservatives, they support this the most. Conservatives are very for having punishment. So when we think of labeling theory, we associate it to conservatives. So do we feel that a lot of these people need to go to jail? No, we reintegrate them back into society. So liberals, they agree with the actual theory of labeling, or label theory. And their focus is on the community as a whole. The liberals' main worry is about the community itself. So whichever your preference is, liberal or conservative, it's up to you. Those are the theories they both agree with. And this is where we reintroduce restorative justice into the community. Now, the point of restorative justice is to help those who have been hurt by a perpetrator or offender. And it's for the change and benefit of the social welfare. Some believe that restorative justice in this situation does not benefit society. And it's more of like a model of exchange. But we're trying to help these people back into society. So many people agree this idea and they support it wholeheartedly.